1. Colorado Avalanche Offseason, key moves left for 2025-26 roster. 2. MHH Roundtable, breaking down the Avalanche's offseason moves. 3. Avalanche's subtle changes, will they win the Stanley Cup again? 1. Colorado Avalanche Offseason, key moves left for 2025-26 roster. The Colorado Avalanche's unnerving silence in free agency has left fans scrambling for answers. What exactly is their game plan for the rest of the offseason? If you've been closely following the NHL's free agency period since it officially opened on July 1st, you've undoubtedly observed something striking. The Colorado Avalanche have been remarkably inactive. Yes, they've made minor moves by signing a handful of players to strengthen their AHL affiliate roster, an undeniably important foundation for any organization, and secured a new contract for forward Parker. But here's where it gets controversial. While rival teams aggressively pursue impact players, the Avalanche's front office appears content with minimal activity despite having clear roster gaps to address. This approach becomes particularly puzzling when you consider the high-stakes environment of the Central Division, where every competitor is actively improving. And this is the part most people miss: championship windows don't stay open forever. With elite talent like Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar in their prime, the organization's passive strategy raises legitimate questions about their commitment to immediate contention. Could this calculated patience signal confidence in their existing core, or does it risk squandering precious opportunities to solidify Stanley Cup aspirations? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Are the Avalanche playing 4D chess by preserving cap space for a blockbuster trade, or is this hesitation a sign of front office indecision? We'd love to hear your take in the comments below. Limited time introduction deal. Transform into a more knowledgeable fan for only $48 your first year. This in-depth analysis is an exclusive benefit for DNVR diehard subscribers. Become part of the diehard community today to access this article, premium advantages, and additional perks, all while enjoying a special inaugural offer. Pay just $4 monthly during your first year, charged as a $48 annual payment, followed by $6.67 monthly in your second year. As a DNVR diehard member, you'll receive complete access to every premium article, a complimentary shirt of your selection from our shop upon registration, an entirely ad-free browsing experience, 20% savings on events and branded merchandise, membership in a community of dedicated Denver sports enthusiasts. Elevate your fandom and fundamentally change how you support your favorite teams. Current diehard member. Sign in to read the full analysis. Conversation Corner. Voice your perspective. Participate in the discussion. The comments section is reserved exclusively for diehard members. Open Comments Plus. 2. MHH Roundtable, breaking down the Avalanche's off-season moves. Police Car Light. The Colorado Avalanche's Summer Shuffle, a game of chess or checkers. Police Car Light. The 2025-26 NHL season has kicked off in a rather unconventional manner, with teams like the Colorado Avalanche still puzzling over their roster puzzle well past the July 4th deadline. While most teams manage to keep their free agents, the market has been eerily quiet, leaving fans scratching their heads. So, what's the deal with the AVS? Let's dive into the chatter from the Mile High Hockey Roundtable and unpack the drama, decisions, and debates shaping Colorado's summer strategy. Spoiler alert, it's not all smooth sailing. Hashtag the best move. Ditching Miles Wood and Charlie Coyle ***. The Avalanche's front office deserves credit for offloading the Miles Wood contract, a move that might seem small but packs a punch. Wood's injury history and the Avalanche's need for cap flexibility made this a win-win. Pairing that with the Coyle trade, another cap-clearing gem, has given Colorado more breathing room. But here's where it gets controversial. Where exactly is that cap space going? Adrian, Jackie, and Jess all agree these moves are smart, but the silence since July 1st is deafening. Is the team holding out for a blockbuster trade, or are they winging it? Comments below. Should the AVS prioritize a splashy free agent signing, or stick to their conservative roots? Hashtag roster holes, the third line and left-handed defenseman crisis. The Avalanche's third line is a glaring soft spot. With Logan O'Connor sidelined early, the need for a gritty forward is urgent. Meanwhile, the left-handed defense position is a mess. Brent Burns' one-year deal might plug a gap, but is he the long-term answer? Jackie argues that Burns' experience and playoff pedigree could add swagger to the team, while Ezra questions whether a rental like Burns is better than a younger, cheaper option. And this is the part most people miss. The AVS top pairing of Makar and Taves is elite, but the rest of the defense feels like a work in progress. Are they risking a playoff stumble by not upgrading now? Share your take in the comments. Hashtag Martin Necas, trade, extend, or walk. The Necas saga is a ticking time bomb. Adrian and Jackie warn that if Necas doesn't sign a contract extension, Colorado might be forced to trade him mid-season, a move that could backfire. Jess, however, thinks the AVS can sit this out and see how Necas performs in camp. But here's the catch: would you risk your top-tier talent for a potential holdout? Necas' trade value is high, but what if a mid-season deal leaves the team short-handed? Fans are split. Should the AVS lock him in now, or let the market decide? We want to hear your voice on this one. Hashtag Brent Burns, a spark plug or a stopgap? The Burns signing has fans polarized. Jackie calls it a sneaky genius move, leveraging the contract structure to shift salary to next season. Adrian praises the low-cost, $1 million plus incentives, and the potential for Burns to bring playoff grit. But Ezra and Jess aren't convinced. Burns isn't the same player he was a decade ago, and his role as a shutdown D-man in Carolina might not translate to Colorado's system. Is this a bold gamble, or a band-aid on a bigger problem? The comments section is your arena to debate. Hashtag the clock is ticking. With the season approaching, the Avalanche's summer moves will be scrutinized like never before. Will they strike gold with a trade for a left-handed defenseman? Can Necas and the third line step up to contender standards? Or are they setting themselves up for a rocky start? The real question is in a Western Conference arms race, can Colorado afford to play it safe, or is it time to go all in? Let's hear your thoughts, agree, disagree, or just vent in the comments. Ice Cube. 3. Avalanche's subtle changes, will they win the Stanley Cup again? Imagine a team that quietly keeps itself in the championship conversation, risking little but aiming high. This is precisely where the Colorado Avalanche stand as they gear up for the 2025-26 NHL season. Despite subtle roster tweaks, they remain a formidable contender, thanks to a solid core of talent and thoughtful additions. But here's where it gets controversial: are these minor changes enough to secure another Stanley Cup, or are they just enough to keep hope alive? For nearly a decade, Colorado has consistently made the playoffs, and their single Stanley Cup victory remains a testament to their competitiveness. As they step into this new season, their approach isn't about making splashy blockbuster trades. Instead, they focus on adding depth and players who seamlessly fit their team's style of play. With offensive leaders like Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar continuing to carry significant weight, the supporting cast becomes equally vital. In the recent off-season, Colorado made several strategic signings to bolster both their NHL roster and their AHL affiliate, the Colorado Eagles. New faces include forwards TJ Tynan and Alex Barbalet, defensemen Jack Ocken, Ronnie Attard, and Brent Burns, all signing one-year contracts. Notably, Brent Burns' addition is viewed as a pivotal move, especially for young defenseman Sam Malinski, as it could inspire a boost in their overall defensive performance. However, the team did see some departures, with key players like Jonathan Drouin, now with the New York Islanders, Ryan Lindgren, Seattle Kraken, and Kaye Rosen, Washington Capitals, leaving. Filling these gaps will require players to step up, because relying solely on MacKinnon and Makar isn't enough, especially if the team hopes to repeat past success. Depth players need to contribute more significantly for Colorado to meet their championship ambitions. Looking ahead, it appears that Brent Burns is the only off-season signing likely to secure a spot in the main lineup, while others might start the season with the AHL's Colorado Eagles. The return of Gabriel Landeskog, who missed much of last season due to injury, will be a critical boost, bringing versatility and veteran leadership. The performance of goaltender Mackenzie Blackwood will also play a crucial role. If he can maintain the stellar play he exhibited earlier, Colorado's net could become a real strength. This season, the Avalanche will not only be among the league's most offensively gifted teams but also a serious threat to contend again. Together, McKinnon, Makar, and Blackwood form the backbone of a team that's poised for another championship run. Still, with only minor roster adjustments during the off-season, one must wonder, will these subtle changes be enough to finally deliver another Stanley Cup? Or are the Avalanche merely maintaining a competitive facade? What do you think? Are these tweaks enough for Colorado to break through again, or does they need a bold move to truly contend? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation about whether the Avalanche can keep their title hopes alive in 2025-26.